Hi, welcome to Counter-Sladically. My name is Iris, and together we're going to do a yoga session to strengthen the back in order to prevent back pain in the future. We are starting out in a seated position. You can sit on a cushion if you like to help the lower back lengthen, or just come to a cross-legged position. You could also sit on your knees if you like. Now soften the gaze, or maybe close the eyes if you like, and just take some time to get into the practice. Start to observe your breath, how it's flowing in through the nose and out through the nose, without changing anything in the breath, just noticing. Notice any thought that comes up, and then let it go. Try to sit straight and relaxed. Your spine is not really straight, but you should still feel upright in your seat. Keep your shoulders relaxed and relax anything that you currently don't need to hold your spine upright. And then try to deepen the breath. Feel the belly rising while you inhale, and the belly sinks when you exhale. Inhale, the belly rises, and exhale, the belly sinks again. Inhale, feel the breath fill your lungs and your belly, and exhale out through the nose. With your next inhale in, pull your shoulders up to your ears, and with your next exhale, let them drop. Inhale, pull your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, relax. Inhale, pull your shoulders up, and exhale, relax the shoulders. Now with the inhale, draw a circle with your shoulders forward, and exhale backwards. Inhale, draw a circle with your shoulders forwards, and exhale, draw the shoulders back and down. Inhale, roll your shoulders forwards and upwards, and exhale, roll them down and back. From here, we're now going to do a cat-cow variation in a seated position. Bring your hands to your knees, and with your inhale, push your chest, your sternum forwards, and come into a light hollow back position. Make sure that your lower back does not sink into a hollow back position to protect it. With the exhale, round your back, pull your chin to your chest and your shoulders forwards. Inhale, chest forwards into a hollow back. Exhale, round your back. Inhale, pull your sternum forwards and slightly upwards. And exhale, round your back. Inhale, sternum forwards. And exhale, cat position. With the next inhale, come into a neutral seated position again. Close your eyes and feel it out. With your next inhale, raise your arms and bring your hands to the opposite elbow. With your next exhale, tilt your body to the right side to stretch your left side. With the inhale, come back to center. And with your exhale, tilt your body to the left side to stretch your right side. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale to the right again. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left again. And with your inhale, come back to center. Exhale, tilt to the right. Make sure your core is activated. Pull your navel to your spine. Inhale, center yourself again. Exhale, tilt to your left side. And inhale, come back to center again. With your exhale, tilt to your right and then hold. Make sure to keep your gaze either straight forward or slightly upwards and don't sink in either forwards or backwards. Also, keep your core engaged by pulling your navel upwards and towards your spine. Inhale deeply through your nose and exhale through the nose. With your next inhale through the nose, come back to center again. And with your next exhale, come to the left side to stretch your right side. Hold here. Leave your gaze straight forward or slightly upwards if it feels good in your neck. Again, try to keep your core activated by pulling the navel in and up. Inhale deeply into your belly through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale deeply through the nose. And exhale again. With your next inhale, come back to center. Release the arms, shake out your shoulders, your arms, whatever feels right to you. Next up, we're gonna grip our hands together and draw the figure 8 first in one direction. Just get your wrists nicely warmed up. And then change direction, so you switch around and warm up your wrists the other way. And then shake out your hands. And when we're done, we're going to go into a tabletop position. Make sure that your wrists are aligned with your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hip points. Try not to dump your entire weight on your wrists, but to spread it out evenly across your palms so that your wrists are protected from bearing too much weight. You can also slightly grip into your mat to make it that easier. And when you found the right alignment here, we're now going to do cat-cow in the tabletop position. So with the inhale, you'll push your sternum forward, your gaze is either forward or slightly upwards, and with the exhale, look at your navel, round your back, push the floor away from you. And inhale, sternum forward, gaze forward. And with your next exhale, go back to a cat position. Inhale, come back into the cow position. And exhale, back to cat. And then return to a neutral spine. From here, activate your shoulders and really press into the floor. And let that be what lifts up the knees just slightly, just a couple of centimeters. Hold here, but don't hold your breath. Let it still flow deeply into your belly and exhale through the nose. This is especially important when the pose is a little more demanding and activating. And with your next exhale, put the knees down and sit back. Shake out your hands, your wrists, and feel into your core for just a couple of moments. How the activation made your body feel, how it made your arms feel. And then come back to tabletop position. Get into the same alignment as before. With the inhale, come back to a cat position, so chest forward, gaze forward. And with the exhale, activate your shoulders, your core again, and come back to this flying tabletop position. With your knees slightly raised from the ground. Don't forget to breathe deeply in this position. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Last inhale here. And with the exhale, release the position, put your knees down, sit back, shake your hands. We're gonna do one last repetition of this. So come back to tabletop. Inhale, chest forwards, gaze forwards, in the cat position. And with the exhale, once again press into the floor through your shoulders and lift your knees slightly. Keep on breathing Feel the activation in your core, in your arms, in your shoulders. Feel the energy flowing, maybe a little shiver through your body, which is completely normal and makes you stronger. And with the next exhale through the nose, sit back again and rest your buttocks on your feet for child's pose. I invite you to bring your knees as wide as the mat so you can let your upper body rest on the floor. Rest your forehead on the mat and feel into your hands, your arms, your shoulders, your core again, how they feel after this activity. Try to relax everything into the floor. Let every tension go. And just breathe here. And from here, now come back into tabletop. Walk your knees slightly backwards so that you're in a plank position but on your knees. And then, as controlled as possible, lower your body to come to lie on your belly. From here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and with your next inhale, lift your upper body up, but without the hands, just with the strength of the lower back. And exhale, release back down again. Inhale, lift your upper body, let the neck stay long, gaze is downwards. And with the exhale, release back. Inhale, lift back into baby cobra. And exhale, release back down. From here you can form a pillow for your forehead with your arms. From here you can shake out your hips or shift from side to side with them to release some tension in your lower back. You can roll your forehead from side to side to massage it or to release some tension in the neck. Just feel your body and relax. And from here, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders into a Sphinx position. Try to keep your lower belly activated by pulling your navel inwards again, so that your lower belly lies a little lighter on the mat or lifts up a little bit. Your gaze is straight forward and your shoulders are relaxed. And with the next exhale, lift your hips so that your body is parallel to the floor in a forearm plank with the knees on the ground. With the inhale, come back into a Sphinx position. And with the exhale, lift back up into a plank. Inhale, lower to Sphinx. Exhale, lift back up to plank variation. Inhale, lower to Sphinx. And exhale, into plank and hold here for a couple of breaths. You can, if you like, lift the knees up so that you're in a classic forearm plank. And don't forget to breathe deeply into the belly, especially when it is a strenuous pose. Just a couple more seconds here. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Release back to Sphinx and sit back into child's pose. Breathe deep and relax. Feel into your body if anything has changed, especially after this very vigorous position. Try to relax everything, accept whatever is going on in your body today without any judgment. Inhale deeply and exhale fully. And from here, walk back your knees so that they are directly underneath your hips. Stretch your arms forward and leave your core activated to protect the lower back again. Activate your arms so that your elbows may lift a little and your head also lifts a little up from the floor. So now that your back and your arms are engaged, curl under your toes and then from there, start to lift your hips upwards and backwards. Your legs here are still very much bent. Keeping the legs bent helps to keep the lower back straight. So now just walk in place and stretch one leg while the other is bent, and then vice versa. You start gently stretching the back side of your legs. Keep on breathing deeply. In through the nose and out through the nose again. Remember that your heels don't have to touch the floor, just they can pull towards the floor, but if they don't touch it, no biggie. Always fit the pose to your body and don't force your body into a pose that you might have seen on Instagram if it does not work for you. Always adapt it to your body. Now slowly come back into a still down dog position. If the heels don't touch the floor here either, or your legs stay bent, that is totally alright, no matter what you've seen on Instagram. Feel it out where your down dog position is today. Make sure to keep your shoulders active in this position and try to push the inside of your elbows slightly forward to have more space for your shoulders. Your core is also still activated. And from here, now raise your heels higher to create more room and step forward with the right leg either in between your hands or on the right side of your hands if you don't have the room to just step through. If you stepped on the outside of your hands, now walk your foot in between your hands and round your left knee. Pull the right hip slightly back so that your hips are parallel. Slightly pull the left knee and the right leg towards each other as if you'd want to make a ripple in your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and then to your upper body and look straight ahead. Either keep your hands on your hips for stability or lift your arms up high. Activate your core to help balance and don't forget to breathe deeply. In through your nose and exhale out through the mouth. Then in through the nose again, fill your belly with breath and exhale out through the mouth. Last breath in here. And with the exhale, release your body and bring your hands to the side of your right foot. From here, lift your knee and step back into plank. You can lower your knees if plank. You can always lower your knees here if it makes the pose more accessible for your body. With your next exhale, lower your body so that you come lying flat on your belly. With your next inhale, come into the baby cobra position. And exhale, sit back into child's pose. From here you come onto your toes again. With your next exhale, you lift your hips up high for down dog again. You can always keep your legs bent if it helps you to keep your back straight. Get into the pose again by walking in place a little if you like. And make sure to keep your shoulders activated and your arms active. Make sure you engage your core. And then, when you're ready, come back into center stillness. Once again, your heels pull towards the floor, but they don't have to touch it. Take a deep belly breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose again. And with your next breath in through the nose, lift your heels up again and then step forwards in your variation, either to the side or in the middle, with your left foot. Walk in between your hands if you stepped on the outside and down your right knee. Make sure your hips are parallel and bring your hands to your hips. With the next inhale, lift the upper body and look straight ahead. Make sure that your foot and your knee pull towards each other so that you help keep your hips parallel, and it also helps with balance. With the next breath in, you can, if you like, lift your arms up towards the sky again. And from here we hold in through the nose and exhale out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed here. One last breath in through the nose. And with the exhale, release the position. Put your arms on the right and left side of your foot And from here, step back into your variation of plank position, either knees grounded or lifted up. And with your next exhale, lower down onto your belly, as controlled as possible, but belly flops sometimes happen, it's okay. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, and with the inhale, lift into baby cobra without using the arms. And with the exhale, sit back into child's pose. Bring your knees as wide as the mat if you like. Relax, breathe deeply, and just feel it out. If you like, you can also sway your head from side to side and massage your forehead. Relax your neck. Make sure to relax your shoulders as well. And notice whatever comes up. And slowly sit back up and bring your legs in front of you. Come onto your forearms and lower your entire body to be in a lying position on your back. Bring your feet closer to your body so that your middle fingers can almost touch your heels. Your feet are as wide as your hips. From here, lift your arms above your head while simultaneously lifting your hips so that your spine rolls up slowly. And when you're on the top of your shoulders, you exhale again and lower your arms. From there, we're going to repeat this. So with your next inhale, roll up through the spine and raise your arms above your head. And with the exhale, roll back down. Now let your hands rest next to your body. But with the inhale, you once again will lift your hips up high. You can either push your hands down into the mat or grip your hands if it feels good in your shoulders. No matter where you are, breathe deep into the position and feel the stretch in your shoulders, the activity in your glutes, your buttocks. Your knees pull slightly towards each other as if you'd be holding a ball in between them. Breathe deeply in through the nose. And with your next exhale, release the arms and lower down to come back lying flat on your back. Now let your legs be raised and bring your feet as wide as the mat and let the knees fall towards each other. Put one leg on your belly and the other one on your heart. Feel how your breath moves your belly and your chest. And notice if anything changed during your practice in your body. Notice how your shoulders feel. Now bring your knees back in line with your feet and bring your arms either stretched or in a sort of bent position next to your body. Let your feet stay rooted into the ground, but tilt your legs from one side to the other. It doesn't matter whether the knees touch the floor or not. It's about loosening up the lower back a little. So you don't want to have too much of a rotation in your spine, but a little bit to loosen it up. You can either look straight up or move the head vice versa to the legs. So if your knees are on the right side, your gaze goes left, and if your legs are on the left side, your gaze goes right. Continue to find what feels good for you in this little flow. Notice how your body likes to move, and then come back to stillness. Pull your knees to your chest and give yourself a big hug. If you like, you can draw circles with your knees in one direction, and then you can change direction, of course, to massage the lower back. From here, stretch out your legs to come into a lying position. If you have problems with your lower back, you can come get a pillow to put under your knees, because if your knees are raised a little, your lower back just has a little bit more space. And from here, start to just notice your breath without changing anything. You don't have to do anything, you just have to be here. Notice any feelings that come up, but try not to judge them, put value to them. Just accept whatever is coming up and then let it go. Your gaze is either soft or your eyes are closed, whatever feels more comfortable to you. You can once again put one hand on your belly and one on your chest if you like that better. Otherwise, just let your hands lie next to your body, palms face up. Your toes point slightly outwards and your feet and your legs are completely relaxed. Slowly start to move your body again. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, your wrists. Stretch out if you like. And do any movement that now helps you to wake up the body again. If that feels good to you, you can pull your knees towards your chest and give yourself a big hug again. And from there, roll over to your side. And stay here for a little if you like. And then push yourself back up into a seated position. Close your eyes again and just feel into your body. Notice any difference from before the practice to now after the practice. If there was a change in your body and in the best case also the mind. And then fold your hands together in front of your chest, in front of your heart. And bow to yourself for taking the time to show up for yourself on this mat today. I too bow to you in gratitude for joining me for this practice. Namaste.